All right, we are good to go. Okay. It's old news at this point, but I've actually quit Faster with Finnegan and haven't really addressed that on the YouTube channel yet, but why not? Let's do it right now. Welcome back to Finnegan's Garage. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. Let me move the water out of the way so you can see me, you can see me, and you can see me. It is a Thursday, I think, and I'm taking a break from working on the caddy right now because UPS has called several times. Y'all have gone crazy. There's probably 200 packages sitting in my garage right now, which is awesome. Not going to open them up in one video because that will be nuts. And nobody wants to sit here and watch me unbox videos for 3 hours. So we'll keep it a little short. We'll go an hour. See how many we can get through in 1 hour. As always, if you guys want to mail me anything and I happen to open it up on one of these videos, then I will mail you back a t-shirt if you give me your name, address, and shirt size. Otherwise, if you give me your name and address, I'll send you a hat, some stickers, something cool. I'll throw the address in the description of this video for my UPS box. Might even put it on the screen if we're super high tech in this video. No guarantees on that. And you guys probably noticed these videos don't come out immediately after I shoot them. I think the last one had some stuff I opened around Christmas. It just takes a while to get everything done. And honestly, I throw these videos in when I travel and don't have any footage for you guys in the garage of me working on a car or something. So, whoa. Elite Custom Coin. It says, "We've got your back. Sycamore Fire Department." Oh, that's cool. Check this out. Whoever sent this to me is apparently a firefighter. We've got a letter in here. Let's check it out. Here's a story for you guys. My brother-in-law is a firefighter. In fact, I officiated my sister and brother-in-law's wedding. It's been about 3 years ago. It's the only wedding I've ever done. And yes, depending on what state you're in, it might even be legal what I did there. The truth is I went online and for $40 filled out a form and yeah, I'm a minister, I guess. State of California said it was cool. That's where we did the wedding. And I am 1 for 1 so far on weddings because they are still together and in love. So yeah, I might be their good luck charm. Let's see here. This is from Brad Bellinger of Sycamore, Illinois. And says, "Long-time listener, first-time caller here with a simple ask. My son is a huge fan of yours and all your different content and shows. We've been able to follow you to a few tracks over the years while on Drag Week and Power Tour. Awesome events. I was diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer and have just started treatment, but the uncertainty of what lies ahead." Wow. Encloses a t-shirt. The guys at my Firehouse have put together a fundraiser. If you could take a photo doing something wearing the shirt and post it on the gram or something, it would put a smile on his face and make his day. Hunter recently sent in to one of our giveaways and was the kid who sent the picture of the chicken with the "live today like you're getting fried tomorrow." Oh, dude. Okay, so I shared this photo that it's a chicken and it has a slogan and it says, "Live today like you're going to get fried tomorrow." I shared it on Instagram because it just made me chuckle. And apparently Brad Bellinger's son, Hunter, is the one that sent that to me. Let's see. Oh, we got pictures of the project cars. Nice. Ooh, that's a good Mopar right there. What else we got here? Oh, we got some old trucks. Nice. Those Dodge swept lines, I think. Kind of looks like it. Let's see. What do you guys think? You be the judge. Are those Dodge swept lines? They look like it to me. I'm really not very good at the year, make, model. There's a picture of Ryan Brutt in there. No way. Ryan Brutt's a good dude. He's the automotive archaeologist. And if you haven't checked out his YouTube channel yet, do it because that's the dude who finds the barn finds, like all the good ones. Thank you for the shirt. Thank you for the coin. I appreciate it. All right, well, let's move on here. All right, Josh Jablonski of Perrysburg, Ohio. Hey, Mike, want to start off by saying I'm a huge fan of your YouTube channel. Thank you for that. Discovered Roadkill in 2012. That's awesome. He watches Dirt Every Day, Roadkill Garage, Hot Rod Garage, all good shows. RIP to Dirt Every Day. Bummed about that. If you guys haven't heard, It sucks, but they canceled it. And Chappelle, I've actually run into a couple times because since Dirt Every Day went away, he's been on an episode of Faster with Finnegan. And Fred, I haven't run into because he lives on the other side of the country, but I hope to soon because he's a good dude. And both those dudes have their own YouTube channels. Josh Jablonski says, myself, along with my dad and buddies Hunter Egbert and Ricky Wilhelm, just recently started our own Instagram and YouTube channel, which is named Running Rust. Okay, you guys want another channel to check out? Check out Running Rust. Blasphemy is the build that inspired us as a group to build a gasser. Nice. Here's one of our hoodies for our channel. Thank you for all that you do. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you. We've got a hoodie with, is that a Falcon on it? Yeah, oh yeah, it says it right on it. Project Falcon. And it's got their logo on it. Running Rust. Nice. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, let's go to the next one. I don't know if we've covered this on the channel yet or not, but it's old news at this point, but I've actually quit Faster with Finnegan and haven't really addressed that on the YouTube channel yet, but why not? Let's do it right now. So long story short, I burnt out like pretty bad. I was really stressed out and I wasn't spending nearly as much time with my family as I wanted. And although Faster with Finnegan was filmed right here in my garage, that didn't mean I was present when I was here making that show. The truth is, we would travel to go race the cars, you know. So the first day of the shoot, we'd travel to go race. And the last day of the shoot, we'd travel to go race. And then the days in between when we were building the cars, they were just really long days. And there's only so many times you can tell your 8-year-old and your 11-year-old, I'm sorry, Daddy can't read you a bedtime story because he's down here filming. It just, it sucked. It completely sucked, that part of it. And so a couple of things prompted the decision. I was burnt out. I was stressed out. Newbern quit working here because he wanted more time at home. And the truth was he was commuting over an hour each way every day to work here on my YouTube channel and then to come back here again to do Faster with Finnegan. So he wasn't home as much as he wanted to. And so when he quit, a couple weeks went by and I was just having a day where there were so many things that needed to get done that I was just like, I can't do it anymore. I'm done, you know? And I just took stock of which thing took the most time away from my family and which thing caused me the most stress as a result. And that was Faster with Finnegan. And so from the outside looking in, you don't quit the show with your name on it. But when I looked at Faster with Finnegan and how it affected my life, and I looked at Roadkill, and Roadkill is pretty simple. Most times I fly away for a week, do the job, have fun, and come back. And then when I'm here, you know. Faster with Finnegan, there's a lot of pre-planning before the shoot ever happens, parts ordering, you know, scouting locations, not so much that, but there's a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, a lot of meetings. And then you have the car build, which when the cameras shut off, oftentimes we just keep working late into the night. And then you have, you know, the pre and the post race. And don't get me wrong, there were parts of it that were really fun. I really enjoyed the racing. The track days were the best. Getting to do all different kinds of races. Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's happy on those days because there's not as much pressure in terms of how much time you have, you know. But the build days were really long and there was never enough time to finish these cars how we wanted them finished. And so the build days turned into a lot like, you know, Tony Angelo and I make fun of some of the other shows from back in the day where, you know, if they don't get the car done, they're going to lose the shop. Well, a lot of those shoots felt like we're going to lose the shop, but that's not in the episode. You don't see that on Faster with Finnegan. It's not a fake show full of drama. They didn't film all the stuff behind the scenes that went on to get those cars done. And so I think for the most part, it doesn't show on camera, but Cotton and Newbern and I were under a lot of pressure. And it's nobody's fault. You know, we knew what we were getting ourselves into. But, you know, you can only do that for so long before you're like, hey, you know, if we just had 2 weeks to build this car, we could slow down and really, do a better job and enjoy it. But the reality of that show and the budget that it has is that, you've got X number of days to do something. And we could have done way simpler builds than we did. Like the Pinto, it was a, extensive build. We could have done that, but we didn't want to do that. We wanted to do stuff that we were passionate about and inspired us. And as a result, there were a lot of long days. So anyway, long story short, Newbern quits. I see what he's done, and I'm like, that makes all the sense in the world, I need to work less. And I'm fortunate in that I was able to take the financial hit of not doing 2 shows for Motor Trend. I'm very fortunate for that. And so Newbern quit, and he inspired me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to quit one of my 4 jobs. Because the truth of the matter is, and a lot of you guys ask the question all the time, how do you have all these cars and these parts and things? And the truth is, I work every day of my life. And I'm not complaining about that. I actually have a hard time turning that off. And I think I got it from my dad. I grew up with a father who worked pretty much every day of his life. And 2 weeks every summer, we'd go on a family vacation. And then we go right back to what we were doing. And he'd work every day. And the odd thing is the moment I made the decision to quit Fast with Finnegan, it was like 3,000 pounds came off my shoulders. And I was like, dude, I feel less stressed. And instantly I was able to go to gymnastic practices, basketball practices. I was teaching my kid to ollie a skateboard in the driveway. I instantly had the time to do more things with my family. I took my family drag boat racing here recently. My family, we went on a 9-day vacation together, which I don't think we've ever done. However, it's real easy to fall back into old patterns. Like with this YouTube channel, I feel compelled to everyday film. 1, to get the cars built, but 2, because you have to feed the beast. Like a YouTube channel is a really interesting thing. If you don't constantly put up content, you can look at the analytics and watch the channel nosedive, and it's hard to recover from that. And so the beast of YouTube is it's always in the back of your mind as a small business owner who's, YouTube is your job. And so I quit Fast with Finnegan, and for a few weeks I was very chill. I was like, and I was hanging out with the kids every day and cooking and hanging out with my wife, and it was great. And then I found myself working a lot. I found myself, planning builds and road trips and buying parts and filming a lot of content for YouTube. And then I kind of ended right back up where I was like, why am I a little on edge? Why am I a little stressed out? And it was like, well, dude, you're working every day again. And although that's not what I wanted, it's just part of who I am. If you ask me how many episodes of Roadkill I've ever seen, I can probably count them on one hand, because I don't have time to sit down and watch stuff. I don't watch my own stuff, partly because I just don't like the way I sound. But mainly it's not a priority. If I'm not in this garage or I'm not racing, I'm with my family. So anyway, really long story I've just made for you guys. But the end result of all of this is there is no beef with Cotton and Newbern and I. I love those guys. I still see Newbern quite often because we don't live that far from each other. We've taken our kids dirt bike riding since I quit the show. Newbern Cotton I don't see as much because he lives in Illinois, but I hope to. And the circumstances under which I quit the show were not optimal for everybody that worked on that show. And for that, I feel bad. I quit, I think we were 3 episodes into the season before I just completely burnt out. And it was like, I can't do it anymore. I said, I'll keep doing Roadkill, but I can't continue to do this show out of my house. And so we did a really cool episode where I just handed the show to the guys. And I had no doubt in my mind that those dudes would kill it. that they absolutely don't need me. And they have been. Like, the episodes they put out are really good. You know, if you haven't seen them, I hope you'll check out the Motor Trend app and look at what those dudes are doing, because they're really creative. And they're really funny. And the builds are cool, and they're having fun. They're running with it, you know, and I think that show will be there for a while. You know, I don't think that show disappears because it's too good. And like I said, they don't need me. This is not the first time I've done this. I launched a podcast with Kibby, had a lot of fun, got overwhelmed after, I don't know, 2 years of doing it, and said, Kibby, I have all the faith in the world in you, run with it, you know. And he got Corndog to, you know, partner with him, and they've done wonderful with that. I don't know, maybe I have a pattern of doing this, because I just realized Freiberger and I launched Hot Rod Garage, and we did a couple episodes together, and then he got really busy. So then it was me on Hot Rod Garage. And then, you know, when my dad got sick and I decided to move to Georgia, I left Hot Rod Garage too, you know, and that was a great show. It was a lot of fun. And it got even better when Tony Angelo came in and took it over. And I haven't seen an episode of what Alex Taylor's done with it, but like, she's legit as they come in terms of the car world. And so I don't have any doubt that Alex and Lucky are kicking butt at that show. So, yeah, I guess I have a pattern of launching things and then walking away from them. I haven't done that to Roadkill though. Like, Roadkill, we're wrapping up season 12 right now, which is wild. And, that show is still fun for me. I still wake up in the middle of the night going, ooh, what if we did this? You know, ooh, let's try that. I wonder what happens when you put 6 leaf blowers in a Monza instead of 5, you know? So that show is still fun for me. And I'll continue to do it as long as, you know, they'll let me, as long as you guys watch it. And then I'll continue to do this. You know, you guys have noticed that my pattern these days with Finnegan's Garage is to work in the garage, drop an episode. I've boat raced quite a bit recently, but I've thrown unboxing videos in there, A, because I enjoy doing them, but B, I can do this rather quickly and then go hang out with my kids and my wife. And I'm doing one right now, and then I'm going to take my kids to gymnastics class. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to watch them how to learn to flip off bars and things, and it's awesome. Real long story short, everything's fine. Everyone's good, and we will keep on keeping on. And I'm going to keep on opening boxes because I like presents. This came from Adam Goldberg of Pelham, New Hampshire, I think. What do we got here? So this looks technical. What do we got here? This looks real technical. Mike, saw your video of getting the 540 engine into the Coupe de Ville and how you had to abandon making the dowel pins due to tooling issues. Funny thing about that, and I should have paid more attention when I was doing it, was that someone in the comments pointed out that the bolts I were trying to machine to a smaller diameter were hardened, grade 8 bolts. And after I read that, I went, oh yeah, those are hardened bolts. Good luck machining them. This gentleman says, I'm sending you a set of indexable tools for a mini lathe. I had one years ago, but sold it due to issues with the machine and how my needs were beyond its capabilities. I held onto these tools, but see, you could use them. I'm also including my spare mist coolant item for you. You could use it with your micro lathe and the tooling to cut harder materials easier. Oh, dude, that's cool. I use one with my manual mill when cutting steel for any length of time. One of the things I regret not going to school for is machining. And I'm not a machinist. And every time I turn on a machine, I'm usually going on YouTube to refresh my brain on how to use it. And so Adam has sent me some new tools to go into my tool holder that will machined hardened material, which is rad. Oh, dude, and a mister for lubing stuff. That's cool. I'll have to learn how to use this because genuinely I don't know. I usually just spray everything by hand, but this is way cool. Anyway, thank you very much. That is really, really thoughtful. That's one of the things I love about YouTube and the YouTube audience is that it's like we're on the same team, man. Like, it's rare that someone comes in there and is like, hey, you're just an idiot. You're a dumbass, you know? Because I will admit to everybody, I'm not a professional. I've mastered nothing. Every time I come in here to work on one of these cars, I'm going to learn something new. And when I do it wrong or there's a better way, people are pretty courteous in the comments of going, hey, here's something you could do, or you should try this, you know, and I really appreciate that because I just want to keep learning. Like literally that's why I'm here. So this is amazing. Thank you. This is interesting. We've got some alligator clips, some leads here. This could be another tool, which is awesome. This has a big enough font I can read without the specs. Getting old as hell, I tell you what, man. Like, in general, I'm in good health, you know? But, like, all of a sudden, over the course of 4 or 5 months, I was like, why can't I read, you know? And I love reading. I read books all the time. And I also, my TIG welding went to absolute hell. I went and saw the eye doctor, and he's like, yeah, man, you're getting older. You need readers. I said, well, can you, like, you know, put some shark piss in my eye or do some LASIK or something? And he's like, no, your lenses are hardening. You're just getting old and you need readers. And so, yeah, I got readers now. But this font, like I said, is big enough. I don't need them. All right. I've been a fan of yours since the early days of Roadkill. Around that time, I was piecing together my 85 Chevy Monte Carlo SS clone that I drove to my first few years of college. It was a luxury sport until I deleted the trim, changed the nose, and swapped in a TBI 350 small block out of a 93 complete Caprice cop car. Unfortunately, it was my only vehicle at the time, and the road salt from New York winters, took its toll. Lately, I've been into working on Subarus, and I'm in the midst of building a new engine for my 04 Forester Turbo. Now onto the contents of the package. I built myself one of these Milwaukee M12 battery adapters about a year ago, and I use it all the time. After seeing your latest video on the Cadillac where you did something similar, I figured you could use one too. So let's power up our power windows when there's no battery in our car. This is your garden variety Milwaukee M12 lithium battery. Looking at it from the top, you'll see it's kind of shaped like a triangle there. There's a cell, here's some terminals. The left one on this particular battery is your ground. The right is your positive. So I just have some basic spade terminals on some wire. I will take the ground one and I will ground it to the frame of the car or the chassis of the car or the body of the car, wherever I can. And then the right one with my red wire, I will then begin to test wires here. So, there we go. That's down on the driver's side window. I wanted to get this to you sooner, but the project got put on the back burner for a bit. It has standard banana jacks in case you want to use different leads. Switch is rated for 6 amps, so I wouldn't use anything higher than a 5 amp fuse. The fuse will protect the battery in case the power leads touch together accidentally. I've found that the disco power indicator does a pretty good job of standing out from other devices with red and green lights on them. Keep in mind there is no low voltage cutoff on this, so don't let the battery run too long without checking the voltage. I usually just pop the battery I'm using into one of my Milwaukee tools and look at the battery indicator after I'm done for the day. I hope this proves to be useful. Keep up the great work providing us with cool builds and content. Alex. Alex's last name is Savage. That's a sweet name. All right. So, if you don't know what he was talking about, one of the Cadillac videos, I needed to roll the windows down in the car because they were up, and it has power windows at all 4 corners, and I needed to roll them down to protect the glass from the sparks from when I was cutting out the old seat mounts. And to get the windows down, I was using a Milwaukee cordless battery. Oh, this is sweet. So this is an adapter for a Milwaukee cordless battery. You shove the battery in there. It's one of the M12 ones. And then you put the leads in here, negative and positive, turn it on, and then you connect these to a wire. You know, ground it, connect it to a wire, and then you can send power to the wire and test things in the car, which is awesome. This thing is super cool. Thank you, Alex. I will definitely power that up and incorporate it into my toolbox because that is incredible. This is from Raina Strubeck of Galesburg, Michigan. Ooh. Whew. That might be the biggest valve I've ever seen. What is this, out of a diesel? Damn. All right, that's impressive. Oh, Paul Strubeck. Maybe Raina is a family member. Let's see. This says, Mike, thanks for the content. Videos have gotten me through some long and boring nights on the water, being away from home on a tugboat. No way, this guy works on a tugboat. Do you ever notice how many jobs out there you just don't ever think about or even know they exist? Like tugboat. This dude works on a tugboat. That is so interesting to me. I have so many questions. Let's see. These days, I've been working for a short line railroad, doing a little bit of everything, including engine maintenance. Here is a conversation piece for you. This is an exhaust valve from a General Motors Electromotive Division 1750 HP, 750 horsepower, 16-567C engine. These are used in locomotives, tugboats, and power plants. These are 16 cylinders that run at 800 RPM. Wow, those must make torque. It has an 8.5-inch bore and a 10-inch stroke per cylinder. Oh my God. Think about what that is, right? Let's just use a big block Chevy, for example. Your average big block Chevy, let's take a 540, or a 496 or a 454. That has anywhere between a 4 and a 4.5-inch diameter bore. This has an 8.5-inch bore. The bore is twice as big as a big block Chevy, and it has twice as much stroke. Like a 10-inch stroke, that's more than twice of your average big block Chevy. Like I think a 540 is a 4.5-inch bore, 4.25 stroke. This is a 10-inch stroke. The 567 name is cubic inches per cylinder. This engine family was originally developed in 1938, and the modern version is still being produced today, now up to 710 cubic inches per cylinder. So think about that. The Sonny Leonard Hemi in Game Over is 711 cubic inches. This modern locomotive tugboat engine has 711 cubic inches per cylinder. Production versions of these range from a small 600 horsepower roots-blown engines to 20-cylinder turbocharged 5,000 horsepower models. Wow. Each cylinder of these engines is removable in one assembly called a power pack containing the head, cylinder liner, piston, and connecting rod. The roots blower, or turbocharger, pressurized an air box around each cylinder. There are no intake valves. Oh. And then exhaust into a manifold through 4 of these valves per head. Yeah, 4 of these per cylinder. So you need that for the flow, right? Like one wouldn't be enough. One intake, one exhaust wouldn't be enough. Oh, dude. Okay, check this out. I have a blog website called VintageDieselDesign.com, which has numerous articles and stories on the history and design of these engines. Oh, dude. VintageDieselDesign.com. You guys need to check that out. Like, if you're as excited about this as I am, like, you'll want to see this. Whoa. All right, so look. There is... That looks like the head is off, and that's the inside of what would be a cylinder, maybe missing the sleeve. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Each head is held down with 4 crab nuts, which are tightened to 1,900 foot-pounds of torque. What? Dude, look at this. Look at that. See the nuts holding the head on? 1,900 foot-pounds of torque. Wow, that's one hell of a torque wrench. Go to his website because you'll get a better version of what I'm showing you right here. But that is impressive. You know who's super into old engines and really big equipment is Brian Loans, who's a announcer for the National Hot Rod Association. Oh man, did you shut off? Why'd you shut off? Go back on. That one's dead. Might be out of memory. All right, this is from Joe Sprankle of Huron, Ohio. I don't know what it is with my GoPros. I just turn off mid-sentence. I don't feel like I deserve it. I don't. Oh, we got koozies. Hey now. I have probably 300 koozies, and I feel like that's not too many. Dear Mike, my son, whose name is Michael as well, have been fans of your shows for a while. I thought it was awesome of you to take time during your autograph session at Detroit Autorama to actually talk to my son. While everyone is sending you fruitcake, I thought it would be cool to send you Guinness and some canned Zoomies because you can never have enough. I agree. Dude, that's really cool. Thank you. And apparently I get to relive the Detroit Autorama because they sent me pictures of when we met. Oh, yeah. I remember you guys. This is cool. All right. There's father and son right there. I would sample the Guinness, except I'm California Irish. I'm not going to drink it warm. Not one, but two. Thank you. All the koozies you can handle. There's more in here. What? No way. Ah, dude. You got a 4-pack going here, which is plenty for me. Like, I'm not a huge beer drinker. I just love Guinness. Wow. All right. Let me rephrase that. I like cold beer, but I especially like Guinness. I'm not really an IPA guy. Like, I don't need all the hops in my beer. But man, Guinness is a good beer. And I'll drink pretty much anything when it's cold. This one is from R. Hammaker of Oregon, Ohio. Dear Mike, been following you since the OG days of Roadkill. Sent a couple of items for your garage and the 55. Ooh. And I enclosed a picture where my friend's girlfriend and son got to meet you at Roadkill Nights 2021. My son got the picture with you and David. Keep up the awesome videos in Roadkill. Randy and Reese. It's me and Freiberger and Reese right there. Nice. What's this? Race City Retro. Oh, dude, it's a 2-lane blacktop license plate frame that says, "You can never go fast enough," from Race City Retro. I think I follow them on Instagram. I recognize the name. Dude, that's cool. Thank you. Caution. 55 Chevy Bel Air. Yes, it's fast. No, you can't drive it. Very cool. All right, this is from Matt Johnson of Oakland Park, Florida. You can tell Matt is good at wrapping Christmas presents, or he got someone else to wrap it. That's interesting. Security camera. What's Matt trying to tell me? Dear sir, my name is Matt Johnson. I was first introduced to you through Roadkill on YouTube, and I really enjoyed the way you and Freiberger seem to find the fun in every situation. We try. We've never met, but you seem like a really good guy. I sent you this item for a couple of reasons. First, I only have daughters, so they're not interested. Okay. Second, thought it might make for an interesting conversation of add-on to a vehicle or whatever you choose to do with it. I was a teen when my father gave me this. It's authentic and from Cold War times. Oh, wait, okay, so this box is not what he sent me. Okay. I'm sure you'll find something to do with it. Okay. Matt's got daughters. They were uninterested in this. His dad gave him this, and he says it's from the Cold War era. Oh, it's like an old plane game. Oh, dude. Whoa. This is like an old... It's like an airplane gauge. It's a clock, I think. It says... Is that Russian? Seki... I don't know. It looks Russian. It's really heavy. Holy crap, that is heavy. That is cool. Oh, there's another note. Oh, here we go. This is from a real Russian MiG from Cold War. It has CCCP stamped on back. My father got this in Russia on a church mission. Oh, there's instructions. Turn red to left to wind the clock and timer. Pull out on red to set clock. Turn silver to the left to start the second hand. Turn silver to right to stop. Push in while second hand is moving. Start small timer and resets. It's a clock and a timer. That is, and it still works? Wow. Man, that's really cool. That is really cool. Thank you, Matt. You're right. That is a hell of a conversation piece. I need to keep this with this because I'll need the instructions later. Okay. This is from David Johnson, Bristol, Connecticut. I think I've driven through Bristol. Oh, we got a lot here. Hey, Mike, my name is Dave Johnson. Put this down here. My name is Dave Johnson. I've been a fan since the first Roadkill with the 72 Pontiac Catalina. I put two things in here. First is something for your kids and wifey. Second is for you, LOL. Hope you like it. I need to ask a favor. I've been building two models for you But when you sent the ramp truck to get redone and blew up the 55, I can't get a good font to make decals for both. Any chance you could send me something so I can make them? I don't have the ramp truck font. Best we could do is picture off the internet or something. And Blasphemy, I don't have that font either. That was Chasten Brand, just, designing his own. So doing models has kept me sane as I'm my mom's primary caregiver. This guy's been through some stuff. His dad's passed away. He's taking care of his mom. His wife has cancer. Oh, dude. Okay. Whew. Roller coaster. Found out I had cancer. Battled it for 9 months. Is now clear. Nice. Okay. There's something in here for my wife and kids. And there's something in here for me, which is exciting. Oh, my God. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey Cake, made with toasted pecans and authentic Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey. That sounds incredible. And then for my children, chocolate mini houses. Oreo chocolate mini houses. Holy cow. From the holidays? Might be. This might have been here a little while. But dude, it's Oreos. It's not like they go bad. As long as they're sealed up, I feel like Twinkies and Oreos and cockroaches will be the things that are left, after a nuclear war. So I gotta try this cake though, because he sent it to me. Right now, Michael Wayne Cotton is just throwing stuff at his phone, going, "What are you doing? A complete stranger sent you food," and I'm here to say, Michael Wayne Cotton, it's sealed up, which doesn't mean a lot in today's day and age, but it's sealed up, and I trust this. And I'm using a box cutter to cut it. So, if there's something else in there, that's going to kill me.
Dummy.
Oh. Okay. All right. I beat the hell out of fruitcake. Oh my God. It does taste like Jack Daniel's. I can taste the pecans. That's incredible. Whoa. All right, everybody at home, I bet they have other flavors of this. No more fruitcake, all right? Fruitcake submissions, done. Please, send me Jack Daniel's whiskey cake. This is incredible. It's definitely not for my kids, but I'll share it with my wife. Woo, that is tasty. I bet you could get drunk off cake if you try hard enough. This is heavy. What do we got here? But it's really heavy. What is this? Wow. That's a ball joint anchor pin press set. The bummer is I don't have a clue who sent this. Man, I'm so sorry. Whoever sent this, shoot me an email. It's finneganspeedmarine@gmail.com. The rest of you, thank you for all the stuff. This has been super fun. Hopefully, you got a little bit enlightened on, why I'm not doing Fast with Finnegan anymore. And I had a lot of fun opening stuff. We'll do this again real soon. Thanks for hanging out, especially those of you that went to fsmgarage.com and bought the merch, because as usual, your poor financial decisions involving your apparel allow me to make even worse ones with cars and trucks and boats and the occasional hovercraft. Thank you. See ya.